What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Dusty Music. This is Liam and Chris. Just wanted to hop on here real quick to make this short little video about this Fantano review of the new Brockhampton records. I gotta tell you, Chris, this guy is out of control. He gave the family a 4, right? He gave TM, which stands for the Mountain, a 3, right? Fantano's been actually he's like an unofficial member of Brockhampton. He's been shouted out by the group multiple times. He's buddies with the group. I don't know, man. I think this is totally outlandish. I guess the main thing that I want to say is his opinion is just an opinion, right? The rank he gives albums are just an opinion. That's all it is, right? This man said "The Man on the Moon" is the worst track and he just said he hated that song, and he said "Keep It Southern" is one of the best tracks off of TM. I couldn't agree less, man. My opinion is the exact opposite. I think "The Man on the Moon" is one of the coolest experimental records that Brockhampton has ever put out. I think it's amazing. I've been anticipating this song for 2 years, so I guess I just wanted to get off my chest that I think his opinion is just an opinion, and then also, like, if anyone's stressing out right now, you can just you can relax a little bit. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, but his opinion has a lot of influence. So maybe that there's a lot of people out there that will take Fantano's reviews to heart, and it'll sway their opinions about albums. He has so much power and influence, but watching this review kind of gave me the vibes of like a disappointed chill teacher or like a disappointed parent, because he's so invested into the group just like all of us. And he's a huge fan. Like you mentioned, he was there from the beginning doing interviews, and he seems to have been really tight with the boys. And Brockhampton, they don't really I would say, like, open up to the media that well. And I'd say like the one person that they've really opened up to in the media realm is Fantano. So they've had such a tight bond and relationship, and to see the red flannel was really
Yeah,
heartbreaking, because
that was crazy.
I couldn't fathom a world where Brockhampton would receive a red flannel from Fantano. And I pulled up the numbers, watching all the reviews that he's done. So
Okay, out of what, the 7 or 8 records that they have, lay it on us.
yeah, so the whole discography, except for the All American Boy Band. So starting with the Saturation series. So throughout their whole discography, we've had 4 yellow flannels,
Hmm.
and this was obviously the first red flannel for the album review. But
Yellow flannel.
Saturation, what?
The first yellow flannel was Saturation 1.
Yeah, exactly. Got a
So what
light
is it? What's
nine,
the number? A
a,
9?
a light 9. Yep,
Wow, that's crazy.
yep.
Okay,
Saturation 2, decent 8, like a light 8.
love that. That's like that means to me, I'm like, that's a regular person's perfect record.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for Fantano to give a debut album such high praise was something that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah. So what's
Um,
a 3? Or what was Sat 3?
Saturation 3, also a light 8 as well.
Beautiful. We love to see that. I
So the
think it's
bar
the
was set
best, but
high.
okay.
Iridescence was a light 7. Fantano, the
Okay.
review kind of dipped a little bit
I
there.
feel that personally. I actually just listened back to Iridescence this morning, and I think it holds up really well. But I think a 7 is good. If Saturation's an
Exactly.
8, yeah, that makes sense. All right, what else?
Given the circumstances of what was going on in the Iridescence era,
Sure.
to have a light 7 is pretty good for the boys.
Okay.
But Ginger, I know your favorite project,
Yeah.
a light 8, so it went back
Beautiful.
up
We love that.
in the score. Yep,
And that's
Fantano
and
gave
that's
that
let me
album
just
a
say,
lot of
like,
praise.
that's let me just interrupt. Like,
Yeah,
Ginger, I think, is a perfect record because I overlook the few moments that I actually hate. Like, what is the outro? What song has that awful outro? Is that "If I Can't Pray Right" or "If I Pray Right"?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Where
there was.
Kevin's just on the mic
He's
and
like,
he's just talking for the outro.
it's so
Yeah,
bad. Anyways, continue. What was Roadrunner?
yeah. So Roadrunner, Fantano's gave it a light 8 as well.
Mm,
So
that's
the
true.
line has been set. That's a pretty high average so
And
far. I mean, we are 6 projects in so far, and the worst score has been a light 7.
yeah, and so that means okay, and then and then the family gets a 4, the mountain
Mm.
gets a 3, which is
Mhm.
I would actually like reverse that. I mean, okay, well let me okay. This is not going to be a long video, but like I think the way I've understood Fantano's reviews is that he literally will give an in-depth abstract review where there's no number system, right? And that is like the narrative review that you get when he describes songs, when he describes high moments, low moments, the feelings that you get from certain tracks, what he liked the best. That's like the video essay portion where it's just like this is literally how I think of the record. And then all the number is, then people pay attention to the number the most. But all the number is in my mind a percentage of of how many tracks he likes. So if there's 10 tracks on a record and he likes 7 of them and doesn't like the other 3, it gets a 7. That's how I look at it. So if there's 17 tracks, I mean, let's say 20 tracks, right? And he only likes. Oh, I'm setting myself up to do some bad math. Anyways, so like I think it's really it should only be seen as clear cut like that. And personally, when I listen to the family, I get like emotional, right? Like I got a little teary eyed in the car the other day. There's some really high moments where Kevin's spilling his guts, explaining exactly what, from his perspective, had happened with the group, right? I love when he's being candid and he's like, I wasn't really there during iridescence. Anyways, so like there's such high moments on that record, but I genuinely skip like 5 to 6 to 7 tracks in the middle of the record. Like I think they're honestly not good. So like emotionally, because the highs are so high, and I don't think a low can be any lower than a low. I would give those songs that I like a higher ranking, right? And then right now, like because I'm emotional, and we're like 5 days out from the record, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so the family is like, it's a 7, right, or an 8, right? That's how I would think of it. But truthfully, if I only like half of the tracks, it gets a 5 by default. So
Right.
it kind of lines up, right? Even though 4 seems so harsh, right? I'm not wearing a red flannel. This is a green fleece, right? What you can make of that what that is,
You're
right?
playing it neutral.
Yes, and I think I think with TM that's really what confused me, because you actually have like the core Brockhampton record, members, and they actually sound like Brockhampton songs. I think the one thing that really threw off Fantano was, I mean, this is the stuff that kind of goes over my head, but like mixing and mastering, right? That's weird to me. But then it's like also I think it's really just a matter of preference. I think he likes songs that sound different than what you and I actually like. The fact that he said "Keep It Southern" is the best song on the record, like, I'm not getting that wrong. That's what he said, right? Like it just blew me away. I was like, how can you think that?
So, I mean, it just goes to show the high expectations Fantano has, because I don't think in a music discography have we've had such consistent high ranked albums.
Yeah,
So maybe he had a lot of high praise and expectations for the group going into it,
sure.
and let's say all the members were in the family. Do you think the family would have gotten a higher score? Because I
Yeah,
believe so.
yeah. Because you know what it is, like the family, all the tracks on the family, they're essentially just like they're it's just like a single verse from Kevin, right? But if every other member was on the family, those would be 3 minute, 4 minute tracks. That's how I look at it.
And maybe that's what Fantano was referring to unfinished. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
this is an awesome Kevin
it does
abstract
sound
verse.
unfinished.
Yeah.
And the songs that I don't like on the family, right, are songs that also are purposefully sound unfinished because they sound like demos. So I get the frustration. I don't agree with the score necessarily, but I don't know. We could go on for hours. I just wanted to hop on here and just tell everyone to chill out. Fantano's crazy though. He is crazy, but
Someone in the
he's
comment
gonna
section
relax.
said Fantano gave the score a low score intentionally so the boys would be motivated to come back and put out a
Yeah,
better
right.
album.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, man. And I hope they do. But anyways, this has been Dusty Music. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.